Welcome everyone. I am Ray and welcome to our Thursday recap. So this week, Minister Eve preached for us. He did such a fabulous job and I definitely really enjoyed it. And he was talking about the road to Emmaus. So a little bit of backstory. After Jesus' crucifixion on the cross, 3 days before this event happened, they went to check the tomb and he was not in the tomb anymore. So everyone was like, what happened to Jesus? He disappeared. No one knew where he was. So on the road to Emmaus, Jesus was walking and there was these two disciples. Jesus started walking with the two disciples and they were talking to Jesus and they were talking about the crucifixion that happened and how Jesus disappeared. And everyone was wondering, where is Jesus? What happened to him? And they didn't believe the woman who found him at first, but when they were able to check that for themselves, they have verified. And basically the premise of this story, as they were walking with Jesus, Jesus ended up breaking bread with these two disciples. And it wasn't until they broke the bread with Jesus that they were able to see him for who he truly was. A lot of the time when we enter these relationships with God, we have these expectations, and oftentimes there's these unrealistic expectations that we have of God. I wrote earlier this week and it said, we have expectations going into a relationship with God that our life will be perfect and going our way, the way that we want it to go, the way that we see fit. And then when we turn on God, we are going through a storm. We have so many times where we stop believing in God. Our faith weakens in him through the storms of our life because it's not going the way that we want it to go. However, Jesus did not come for life to be easy. That's the last thing that happens. So often we have to go through suffering. And I remember reading Romans 5 a few days ago, and it talked about how suffering creates perseverance, that perseverance creates character, and that character hope. In this life, there will be trouble. There is always going to be trouble. However, when you lock your eyes on God, when you keep your eyes on him and what he really is truly here to do, you are able to walk that life of faith. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that is going to be a walk in the park. However, with God your side and leading the way, he's going to take on the path that he wants you to go. So anyways, moral of the story is that we have to keep our eyes on Jesus. They didn't believe Jesus was going to fight their they believed that Jesus was going to fight their battles. And that meant that he was going to go open arms all the way, all the time. However, that's not always the case. And going through your life, no matter how crazy it is, no matter how big the storm you are now, keep your eyes on Jesus, and that is where you will find your peace. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the Thursday recap. This is Rayma. Farewell, everyone.